All right, today we're going to break down the exact blueprint for building a successful career in graphic design, and you can do it all right from home. We're going to cover everything from the skills you need to how you can actually start earning. So let me ask you, are you looking for a career that lets you flex your creative muscles, is growing like crazy, and gives you the freedom to work from practically anywhere? If that sounds like you, then you're definitely going to want to stick around because graphic design might just be the perfect fit. And when I say growing like crazy, I mean it. The graphic design industry is seeing absolutely explosive growth. We're talking 25% every single year. As more and more businesses move online, the demand for amazing visuals is just skyrocketing. That makes this one of the hottest fields out there right now. So let's kick things off with why this is such a booming digital career. It's pretty simple, actually. As the whole world shifted online, the need for skilled designers just went through the roof. And that's turned it into one of the most secure and, well-paying creative careers you can get into today. But hang on, before we get into how you can succeed, let's back up a little and cover the fundamentals. What exactly is graphic design, and what makes it such a uniquely powerful way to communicate? This right here gets to the very heart of why design is so effective. You see a simple comparison: text versus images. So I've got a quick question for you. Which one do you think our brain processes faster? If you guessed images, you are absolutely right. And honestly, the difference is just staggering. The human brain processes visuals an incredible 60,000 times faster than it does plain old text. This right here is the secret superpower behind all of graphic design. So when you put it all together, what is graphic design? Well, it's the art of combining all those different elements, images, text, colors, patterns, to share information in a way that's both creative and super effective. And it's literally everywhere, from the logo on your morning coffee to the design of your favorite app. Okay, so now we get the what and the why. Let's get down to the practical side of things. In this next section, we're going to cover the essential skills and the tools you'll actually need to get started. So there are basically 6 foundational skills you'll want to focus on. We're talking about things like color theory, to create a certain mood, or typography. That's just a fancy word for fonts to set the right tone. And of course, creating balance with great alignment. Now, don't be intimidated by this list. Just think of these as your creative building blocks. You'll learn them over time as you go on your journey. And here's the best part when it comes to tools. You don't need to spend any money at all when you're starting out. You can begin with really powerful free tools like Canva or Photopea. Then, once you get serious and you're ready to grow, that's when you can think about investing in the industry standard stuff like the Adobe Suite. All right, you've got the skills, you've got the tools. Now for the really important part, the money. How do you actually turn all of this into a real income? Well, there are 3 main paths you can take. As you can see, you've got options. First, you could go the traditional route and get a job. This is fantastic for stability and for learning from people who've been doing this for years. Or you could decide to become a freelancer. This gives you amazing freedom, but it does mean you have to be disciplined and find your own clients. And then, down the line, you can scale up and build your very own creative agency, which has the highest income potential, but also the most responsibility. So what can you realistically expect to earn? Well, for a job in India, starting salaries usually average around 20,000 to 25,000 rupees a month. But here's the really exciting part. With experience and skills, that number can easily grow to over 1 lakh per month. The potential is absolutely huge. So how do you make that journey from a beginner to a high-earning expert? I want to share a simple but really powerful framework with you. You can think of this as your personal blueprint for building a long-term, successful design career. And here it is, the ESP framework. It's a simple 3-step path. First, you explore. Just dip your toes in, play around with the software, and figure out what you truly enjoy doing. Second, and this is so important, you specialize. Instead of being a jack of all trades, you become an expert in one specific area. And finally, you plan to expand. This is where you scale everything up, your skills, your team, or your business to really grow your income. Let's just focus on that specialized step for a minute. Instead of just being a general designer, you could become a UI/UX designer for apps, or a dedicated logo designer, or even an animator. Think of it like this. A general physician is valuable, for sure, but a heart specialist earns significantly more money. By becoming an expert in one of these areas, you dramatically increase your own value. And we'll leave you with this one simple but powerful truth. No matter which path you choose, just remember this. Your hard work will never disappoint you. With real dedication and the roadmap we've laid out today, a successful career in graphic design is absolutely within your reach. The only question is, what will you create first?